Hi folks, welcome back to Cucina Divino. On a stormy, cloudy, rainy day, I thought nothing better than to make a little dessert for us to share for the week. So today we're going to be making cinnamon sugar biscotti. And pretty simple with ingredients that we all probably have in the house. Don't need to go out and buy anything. We can work with these. So let me go through some of these ingredients for you and show you what's going on. We're going to start out with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We have a teaspoon and a half of cinnamon. We have a teaspoonful of baking powder. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We're going to be using 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 cup of sugar, 1 egg, and 1 egg yolk, and a teaspoonful of vanilla extract. So I use a little bowl here to mix my dry ingredients. This way we make sure that they're all mixed properly and thoroughly. The cinnamon, baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt right in there. And we're going to shake this down into our bowl. These will be our dry ingredients that we're going to be combining with our wet. Okay. Let's see if we don't get too much on the counter. Okay, get rid of this. So there's all mixed properly. In a larger bowl that I have, we're going to put our 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, as I said. We're going to put our sugar. Now I have a hand mixer that I use for this, but if you have a stand mixer, you can use that too. This is convenient for me. And we're gonna mix this until it gets nice and creamy, and we're gonna add a couple more things to it. I think that's mixed fairly well. Now we're going to add a whole egg to this, and we're going to beat this well with the egg. One egg yolk. Another beat well. A teaspoonful of vanilla extract. Once again, I try to use the non-alcoholic vanilla extract. Give that just a gentle mix. All right, as you can see, that's all pretty much incorporated right there. Now to this, we're going to add our dry ingredients that we blended before. So we're just going to dump them right in there. And we're going to go slowly with our beater here. Okay, so this is all blended. So this is all now mixed properly, as you can see pretty well. We're going to take this out and put it on our parchment paper on our baking sheet. What I'm going to do is just pat it down a little bit. We're going to divide this in half. So it doesn't have to be exact, but we're going to take half. And we're going to roll this out into a log, which may be 9, 10 inches or so. And the hardest part about all this is that the board keeps moving around, so we'll get it. All right, that looks like about right for one. Do the other one, get that started. Try to get them a little even. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, there we go. So these are now ready to go in the oven. We're going to baste them with 1 whole egg. There we go. And we're going to put these in a preheated 325-degree oven. We're going to keep them in there for about 50 minutes, I would say, till they get nice and golden. And you'll see these will spread once we put them in the oven. So I'm going to put these in the oven, and we'll be back in about 50 minutes or when these are done, and we'll slice them up and show you what the next step is. So see you in a minute. Back. As you can see, I've taken the biscotti out of the oven. During, you get a close-up on here. I've cut most of them so far. I cut them on a diagonal, and while they were baking, I also mixed 1 tablespoon of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I have that in this little dish, which we're going to sprinkle on top. So best, I guess, to cut these about a half-inch slices. And you can see we let them, once I took them out of the oven, I let them cool down a little bit before I cut them now. And these are going to get nice and firm when they dry. And we bake them. These are double baked, so we're going to go back in there. So here we go with a little bit of this cinnamon and sugar mixture, about a quarter teaspoon, and not even 1/8 of a teaspoon on each one. You put as much as you like. There we go. So these are all done already. And now we maintained the temperature of the oven at 325. We didn't shut it off. So these are going to go back in the oven for about another 20 minutes, and then they'll come out and they'll be all done. So we'll see you when these come back out of the oven. Okay, we're back. We've taken them out of the oven for the second baking. They were in there for another 20 minutes. And as you can see, we put some in a little plate here. Joanna's made a little dish for one of our neighbors. So we'll be bringing those over. The rest, I suppose, are for me to sample. So let's see. Tastes very good. Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision. I think the aroma in here, or the cinnamon and the baking, was really great. These are great for your espresso, to put with your espresso or coffee in the morning, or actually, doesn't taste too bad with a glass of wine either. Very good. Yeah, they're good. That's perfect. All right, so once again, a simple dessert that you can, these will keep now. You put these in an airtight container, and they'll keep a couple of weeks. They're going to firm up. They're going to get, these are still warm, so they're going to get harder when they cool down. So you're going to have to chomp on them a little bit, but they taste great that way. So I hope you enjoy them, and we'll catch you next week. Until next time, salute, buon appetito, tutti a mangiare. Ciao.